Okay guys, all this stuff I got out here, some bowls and measuring cups and spoons and a spatula. Got some oil, canola oil and cinnamon, ground cinnamon and some vanilla. I got some ground nutmeg and ground allspice. Some sugar. Some dark brown sugar. A couple eggs. Some buttermilk. I just made this with a quarter cup of milk and a couple teaspoons of vinegar. That's my buttermilk. Just a white vinegar, plain vinegar and plain milk. Oh, got some baking soda. It goes in my mix. I'm making some sweet potato bread, yam bread. Just 2 of these I have peeled in a bowl. See that? Cup and a half. After it's mashed up, I put like 3 tablespoons of water in this bowl. I'm going to cover it with some plastic wrap and put it in the microwave for about 15 minutes. Mash it up after I drain the water out and see if I can get it to mash up good, if it's done nice and tender. So I'm going to make some, what do you want to call it, sweet potato bread, yam bread. Just like banana bread, but with yams. So I got 2 of those in there. Peeled, cut up. I'm going to mash them up here in a minute. It's going to go in this loaf pan here. I'm going to try to put a little oil on the inside of this and some flour so it's not going to stick at all. The recipe doesn't have any butter in there and not much oil, so I'm worried that it might stick, so I'm going to put a little butter and flour on the inside of this pan. Doesn't matter. A little bit of oil would probably work. So, yeah, let me get this yam sweet potato bread with spices. Allspice, nutmeg, cinnamon, vanilla. A little bit pinch of salt too, so I got 2 kinds of sugar, the eggs and flour. It should be good. Let's see what happens. It's a bad storm out there. Hail, thunder, lightning. So I got my sweet potatoes out of the microwave. Oh, hot, ooh, watch the steam. There they are. Ooh, hot. 15 minutes. So I'm going to use a cup and a half of this mash. I got to mash it up. Here's my buttermilk. Quarter cup of buttermilk. I used milk and vinegar. Quarter cup of milk. Teaspoon of vinegar, white vinegar. So look at all this stuff in there, man. I got my nutmeg and cinnamon, allspice, brown sugar. My dog's going crazy. I see it running around because of the thunder. White sugar. You can use cane sugar, brown stuff if you got it. I use white sugar and I think it's cane sugar in the Philippines. It's regular pure sugar. And I use some dark brown sugar. Oh, would I use? I think 1 3/4 cups of 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour in there. So I gotta mix this all together. I got my eggs, my oil, and my vanilla ready. We gotta mix this up too. You can see the buttermilk leaves a film inside of there. That's buttermilk. So I got that in there too. Quarter cup of buttermilk, the 2 eggs, and a teaspoon of vanilla, and quarter cup of oil, I believe, canola. I'll put the ingredients in the video. So I got my raw sugar and my brown sugar and the baking soda, flour, salt, all that stuff mixed in here with the nutmeg, cinnamon, and allspice. So I gotta mash these up now. I drained the water out of these. I need 1.5 cups to do this. Yeah, it looks like 1.5 cups to me. Mashed up. I gotta let it cool though. I don't want to put it in with the eggs. Here's my pan. I put a little flour in there. I don't want to put this hot sweet potato yam in with the egg mixture. I don't want to get scrambled eggs, man. So I'll let it cool down a little bit and then mix it in there and then pour it in here. You know the idea. Wow, this is running longer than I thought, man. So I got my sweet potato. 1.5 cups of sweet potato. I got my 2 eggs and buttermilk, vanilla, quarter cup of canola oil, all the wet ingredients. Try to get this mixed in, mashed in. There's a lot of dry ingredients. I hope this is enough wet ingredients to make a good batter. Try to get this nice and mixed in here real quick. Take a break. You know, I think it doesn't look wet enough to me, so I'm going to add a little bit of butter in there. 3 tablespoons of butter. This is more sweet potato than I usually use, guys. I usually use exactly what the 1.5 cups of sweet potato. That looks better. But I used a little more than that, so that looks good. Yeah, this is a lot of dry ingredients. Get this. Let's see what happens. Doesn't call for butter in the recipe, but you know what? These sweet potatoes were kind of dry. So I'll add a little bit of butter in there, just for the heck of it. See what happens here. It's not going to be a wet batter like banana bread. It's going to be a little bit drier batter. All the sugar and stuff in here. This will all melt. So let me do this and I'll come right back. Oh, it smells so good with the cinnamon and allspice and nutmeg in there. Let me get this mixed in real quick. There we go. Real thick batter. It's all mixed in. I got all the flour and sugar. No more stuff showing. And get this in a pan. See what happens. And this floured pan here. Wow, look at that. So I got this all out of there. Yeah, it's like a cookie dough. Almost. See if I can spread this out. See how thick it is. Wow. Thick, thick, thick. It's more like bread. Let's see if I can get this out. Wow, yeah, this is really thick. It's about as good as I can get it. So I'll put this in the oven, 350. And see what goes on. I'll make another video when this comes out, guys. Show you the results. Yeah, this is really thick, huh? Sticky. We'll see. Yam loaf, yam bread, sweet potato bread. Let's see what goes on. Alright, thanks for watching this part 1, man.